I was N-O-D, and I was P to the G plus the 1 and the 3. In case you forgot, they call me Wolfie D. And you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D and my co-host, Jimmy across the street.
Hey, this is Jimmy Street, host of the Live and in Color with Wolfie D podcast. Hear the life and times of professional wrestler Wolfie D. From his time in the territories with PG-13 to his time in WWE, ECW, WCW, TNA, and more. Nothing is off limits and nothing will be held back. Thanks again for tuning in. Here he is, Wolfie D. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one more time to the Live and in Color with Wolfie D podcast. And guys, today we are presenting to you the very best of the outtakes and bloopers from the podcast. And this is actually going to be volume 1 of a several volume series, honestly. And the cool thing is I guarantee most of these y'all have never heard these. These have completely, totally been cut out of shows, edited out for whatever various reason, or maybe it's just from the very beginning of the conversation when we haven't technically started the show. But either way, you're going to hear great stuff from Ricky Morton, Koko B, Ware, Bushwhacker Luke, Eugene Nick Dinsmore, Tommy Dreamer, an amazingly patient Steve Keirn, Spellbinder, Randy Hales, and literally so much more, y'all. And also very early on in the show, you'll hear an incredible story from a good friend of mine, Aaron Camaro, from the Decibel Geek Podcast. He tells an incredible story about how he made Vinnie Vincent hate him. So anyway, y'all enjoy this, and we'll see y'all next time on Live and in Color with Wolfie D. Thanks again.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes on go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Last week was our first playoff game, and my plaque psoriasis was so itchy under all my gear. Sometimes just thinking about scratching could take me out of the moment. And then my doctor told me I could get clearer skin with a pill called Otezla.
Otezla apremilast is a prescription medicine used to treat adult patients with plaque psoriasis for whom phototherapy or systemic therapy is appropriate. Otezla can help you get clearer skin after just 4 months.
Okay, ready for the next game. Talking to my doctor about a pill was a total game changer.
Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Call 1-844-4-OTEZLA or visit Otezla.com for prescribing info about cost, and more.
Hey folks, to get your official Live and in Color with Wolfie D merchandise, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Live Wolfie D. Check it out.
If you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D on Apple Podcast and like what you're hearing, go ahead and leave a 5-star rating. And while you're at it, write a review. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what you'd like to hear in the future. It's very important to us and always appreciated. Thanks again.
You know what, Wolfie, I'm going to tell you this. You don't have to put this on the tape if you don't want to. Me and my wife have been together 40 years. And a guy, you know, in pussies becomes a rumor. And other day I was somewhere, some guy was asking, man, you been with your wife 40 years? I said, yeah. He says, okay, since you've been with her 40 years and you know her, name something both of y'all got in common. And I said, damn, dude, that's the easiest thing in the world. He says, really? He said, what's that? I said, neither one of us suck dick.
Sometimes love like a slow dance. You can tiptoe around, but but don't make a sound. You can make a little silent romance. But sometimes love feels just right. It feels so good. It feels just like a power driver. Yeah, a power driver. I gotta go down, man. I ain't right. Woo! Frank and Fellas is over in this corner. Hey,
Koko, can you do one thing for us, bud? We do a little intro for every episode, and it said, just say, hey, this is Koko B. Ware. You're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D. Do you mind to say something like that?
Let's go. Hey, this is Koko B. Ware, and you're Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Great talking.
Sometimes love. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a slow dance. I got to go, y'all.
See you,
you can tiptoe around.
It's burning bridges.
All right. Are you on, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jimmy. Luke's on with us, and if you just want to go ahead and do the open. Say again?
What's your mate's name?
Jimmy. Jimmy Street there.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Hey, I'm good, Luke. Thank you so much for being on with us. I had a chance to meet you one time with those crazy folks in Nashville. They brought you by the store, and I was working there. And anyway, we talked for a bit. And anyway, thank you so much for being on the show. So really appreciate it.
Hey, and Tony Falk.
Hey, Wolfie.
Yeah.
Tony and LT.
Oh, they brought him by.
Yeah,
right,
the
Jimmy,
place I used to work. Yeah.
Let's do the open, man. Get this thing rolling.
Yeah. Did you talk to him about current affairs and stuff?
No, you could tell me about that real quick.
Hey, Luke, I do a couple things. One of them is I take it's called the name game, and basically I say names, and then you just say a quick thing about them. And then another thing is I talk to you about the current affairs of current wrestling, and it'll be strictly drawn to something, to you essentially, instead of like, I'm not going to ask you like controversial things or anything like that. This will just be, easy stuff about the current state of wrestling. So is that okay with you?
Yeah. What about?
It'll be easy.
I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, that's great.
I watched. I know I'm lying. I watched what's the name, AEW, to see what was going on the other day.
Yeah.
Well, it'll make it even better. Yeah. All right. Perfect.
My buddy that I started the show with, I've become good friends with him, and he's a huge Vinnie Vincent fan, right? We're all Kiss fans, but he really loves Vinnie Vincent. And so,
why does he love Vinnie so much?
I don't know. He's kind of weird, man. I'm an Ace Frehley guy myself, obviously.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But he loved Vinnie Vincent.
He's a rock star.
I think the thing with Vinnie Vincent was because he disappeared. And nobody knew where he was, and it was kind of a mystery. And there were people out there trying to like figure it out. Like, where is this guy? A little weird community of people that would just dwell on that.
Ace was way better, right?
Oh yeah, way cooler.
Way better.
Yeah.
Vinnie Vincent was just weird.
Yeah, I mean, and I even I kind of liked his gimmick.
Yeah, no, he looked cool.
The Egyptian thing was kind of cool or whatever, but
yeah. You want to hear the rest of how Vinnie Vincent come to hate me?
Yes, I do. Yes. Of course.
Okay,
can we make this shit.
So then at this point, I start doing the show with my buddy, and he loves Vinnie Vincent, and he interviews people that have had interactions with Vinnie Vincent and, cross paths with Vinnie Vincent. And we're getting all these Vinnie Vincent guys on the show. So we're getting the dudes from the Invasion are coming on and talking to us. And we're always talking. He's always talking about, Vinnie Vincent's so good. We wish he'd come back and make music again. And one day I said to him, you know what? I bet you someday we're going to interview Vinnie Vincent. And he says, You really think so? I said, fuck yeah, dude. I mean, you are making us the Vinnie Vincent podcast, and it's whatever. I don't care because it's all interesting to me, it's because it's crazy. Yeah. So then Vinnie Vincent does come out of hiding, and he does this convention down in Atlanta. And so we got connections to it. So we get snuck in the back door and we get to go hang out. And we get down there and they paid for everything for us. The meet and greet, everything was paid for. So we wait in line to meet Vinnie Vincent. And, you know, I'm drinking Bloody Marys in the afternoon, and it's a long ass line, you know, and it's in sections. So by the time I get up to Vinnie Vincent, I got a pretty good buzz on.
Or a morning thing, right?
It went into the afternoon. You know, so my buddy Chris is a couple of people in front of me. Now, Vinnie Vincent knows who Chris is because Chris is one of these weird guys that have been sort of not really stalking him, but really interested in knowing where the hell he's been. Yeah. And so he meets Chris, and it's like really quiet. And everybody's kind of just whispering in line, you know, and I get up to Vinnie Vincent and I'm laughing and I'm cutting up and shit because I got a good buzz on, you know, and I'm joking around with him. And it's like, what is this, a funeral? You know, I thought this was a party, you know?
Right.
And so he starts laughing and having a good time with us. And then he comes over and wants to get his picture taken with us. And we said, hey, man, you know, you really ought to come on the show with us. Because, you know, I'm dressed as Aaron Camaro when I go down there. So he's thinking, well, who the hell is this guy? You know, he got to be somebody, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. Right, exactly.
So he comes over, talks to us. He's like, yes, I will do your show. I will come on there and talk to you. And we're like, hell yeah, you know. So we get him on and we talk to him. We interview him. The interview goes great. We say, hey, man, we do this convention in Nashville. It's called Rockin' Pod. What we do is we bring together all the rock podcasters from all over the world and a bunch of cool rock stars all in the same weekend. You do live panels, Q&A sessions, signing autographs. You know, you get paid. And it's a good thing. You know, you should come to it. You know, so he says, I will be there. You guys, you can believe in me and count on me. I will be there. I promise. And we're like, fuck yeah. So then it's like a week before the event. And all of a sudden, Vinnie Vincent comes back trying to change the deal. And now he wants all this extra stuff and he wants all this money up front, you know, and he's making all these crazy demands. And my buddy Chris, because he's really the main promoter of the whole thing, he don't know what the fuck to do, you know, because we've been advertising Vinnie Vincent this whole time thinking this is going to be awesome. So then it gets to the point where I'm talking to him and I was like, all right, dude, you got two choices here in the matter. You can bow down to everything Vinnie Vincent wants because you think he is the make all and break all of your expo that you're putting on that everybody loves. Yeah. I personally think it's going to be fine without him. Or you can tell Vinnie Vincent to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what my awesome friend Chris Sinzak did. He went and told Vinnie Vincent, fuck off, dude. And we had the expo. It was fine without him, and he just hates our guts.
Oh man, that is
because we told everybody we have our podcast, so like people want to know what happened. So we get on there and we tell them exactly what happened.
Yeah,
he didn't like that.
Yeah, I love it because I mean, honestly, as a Kiss fan, I mean, you know, Vinny was whatever. He was kind of a replacement guy or whatever.
Yeah.
So don't act like you're not Kiss, dude. You're not Kiss.
Yeah. Don't act like you're Ace Frehley or something because you ain't.
The replacement Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. I can't stand.
Yeah.
It sucks, and I've seen them, and it was still good, but
right.
Nah, it's not the shit. But I saw Kiss. My mother took me to see Kiss when I was 5 years old. It's amazing. It's amazing. The opening, you can't even guess this.
Blackfoot.
Guess who the opening act was when I was 5 years old in Chicago?
Def Leppard.
I guarantee you can't.
Cheap Trick.
Nope.
Def Leppard.
Nope.
I have no idea who.
Judas Priest.
Oh, you saw him on the Dynasty tour.
Yes, that was when I was 5, 6 years old. That's where my mom took me in Chicago. We used to live. I lived in Naperville, Illinois, in those days, like for a little bit. But yeah, that was my first Kiss concert, and it was awesome. I loved it.
5 years old, man. That's parenting done right.
It is. It is. That is
absolutely.
It, and then you look back on your life and go, I wonder whatever inspired my kid to be like a professional wrestler or something like that. Well, lady, you were taking your kid to see Kiss when he was 5. What did you think he was going to turn out to be?
I totally give my like my inspiration for like my over the top gimmicks, the Slash, the whatever, just all that because of Kiss. I loved Kiss. That was my friend. I didn't even know about wrestling before that.
Yeah. It's one of those things, you know. I think I found over the years between doing the podcast and being involved in pro wrestling is that, you know, like 89% of all Kiss fans love wrestling and 89% of all wrestling fans love Kiss. And what's the connection? It's the over the topness of it all.
Over the top. And what if, I mean, I'm sure you've been to a Kiss show before, right?
Oh, I've been to a few Kiss shows in my life.
Yeah, and how awesome is that? I mean, like, and I've also been to like the Eagles, which bored me to fucking death.
Yeah, I'll take a Kiss concert any day.
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Five guys sitting on stools.
A number of different rock bands, but man, you can't replace Kiss. I don't know, just in my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
Jimmy, I know
I've been begging Wolfie to do a Kiss show on the Wolfie pod. That's still something we'll do, I think, in the future once we run out of his stories.
I think we just did. It went pretty good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I missed the first two, and then it cut out on the third one.
Okay. You got good signal and everything?
Yeah, I do now. Is this audio or video?
No,
audio. Hey, Nick, my name's Jimmy. I'm the host or the co-host with Wolfie here on the podcast. How are you?
Hi, Jimmy.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
No, I'm excited.
Awesome. Just to run over a couple things. So basically, we just do a normal conversation, kind of like a car trip to a town, you know. Then we do a section called Current Affairs, which I just ask you a couple questions about current wrestling. And then Wolfie's got a segment where he kind of does some rapid fire stuff. So you cool with all that?
I will do it, but I'm the shit at rapid fire because my brain doesn't work that quick.
Well, I've got a way to edit it.
Coming from me, it's going to be easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's super.
And I could make us all be singing the Star Spangled Banner if I wanted to. So I can edit it however we need. So again, though, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Well, we'll go ahead and Jimmy's going to do the open, and then we'll introduce you, and then we'll just I'll start asking questions and talking to you and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, Nick, one thing before we start, I always like to get the guests that we have on to say one thing for me. So can you do hey, this is Nick Densmore, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Live and in Color with Wolfie D. Okay, hang on. We get a little shot of Gatorade here.
Go for it.
And if you want to say Eugene, you can say Eugene.
Sure. Yeah. However. Yeah.
All right. In 5. Hello, everybody. You know me. My name is Eugene. I'm Nick Dinsmore, and you're listening to Live in Color with Wolfie D.
That's awesome.
Probably. Is that right? Was that right for verbiage?
Yes,
perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Best one yet. How do you want to do this? Do you want to do Nick Dinsmore? Do you want to do Eugene? What are you thinking there? How do you feel?
Well, Nick Dinsmore was a fan of Wolfie D, so there's a lot of Nick Dinsmore that wants to be here, but at a certain point, I did become Eugene, and we could talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Right. Yeah. Right. I think you should say Nick Eugene Dinsmore is what I think you should say, Jimmy, because we're going to touch.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one more time to the Live and in Color with Wolfie D podcast.
Hello.
Hey.
Yo.
All right. Hey, Tommy, Jimmy Street.
Hey, Jimmy. How are you, man?
Tommy, good to meet you, buddy. I got a great story that I can't wait to tell on the show that you're going to enjoy it. I promise. Cause it has to do with you, me, and Taz. We'll just,
all right.
All right. Anyway, so thank you so much for coming on the show. I heard you guys just had a good show of your own. So I'm a fan of your podcast. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we'll be a little more like you every day, brother.
Now I get to ask the fucking questions.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn it. All right. So let me kick it off here, Wolfie. Before we start, though, Tommy, I know we got you till 3 or so, a little bit, or whenever you tell us, can you start us off with just saying the intro, say, hey, this is Tommy Dreamer, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D, or something like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, this is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, and you're listening to Live and in Color with my man, Wolfie D.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Tommy. Really appreciate
Thank you, guys. Wolfie, love you too. By the way, that phone number is 914-723-59.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish I could prove that to you, man. I swear, but it's a great story, dude. And when so I was actually a manager working for Mike Porter and Burt Prentice shows in Nashville. That's actually how I met Wolfie D. And so I came up to you and I didn't want to bug you because you and Jerry had kind of taken over the middle area of the gymnasium you guys were working in. And I've never seen anybody take it out like Memphis style in that building before you guys did. So it was really cool. And I bugged you with that story. And then, anyway, so
that was where Bert yelled at me for breaking the soda machine?
Yes, that's the night. That is it.
Yeah, I always remember it.
Yes, I'm impressed. That was hilarious, by the way. So anyway.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a good day.
Thank you.
See you.
Hello.
Me.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What are you doing, brother?
Just chilling.
Gotcha. Hey, Jimmy, this is Blue Meanie. This is my co-host, Jimmy Street.
Hey, what's up, Blue Meanie? How are you doing, man?
Doing good, dude. How you doing?
Yeah, good. And so I've got donuts and in the lobby. If you need anything sorry, man. Kind of early, but thank you for doing this so very much.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, and thank you for that intro, dude. You know, Wolfie was like rifling them to me as he would get them at the convention, and I was like, "Sweet, Blue Meanie, that's awesome."
Thank you very much.
And we don't even have to do that right now because of that. So
yeah, we got that in the can already.
Knocked that one out.
Meanie, we'll talk about just whatever pops up. I'll, obviously start with how you got in the business, all that kind of bullshit. But Jimmy.
We just do this like a conversation. I think this is probably what he was saying. And Wolfie's going to start us off here. So, before we hang up, before we get into it too far, Meanie, are you cool? Like at the end of it, we do this thing called Current Affairs. And literally all it is I ask you a couple questions, or Wolfie and I will ask you a question or two about current stuff. Is that cool with you?
Like what? Like wrestling or?
Yeah, like exactly, like the current product. It's nothing hard, nothing difficult, just some opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, word. Thank you so much. All right, cool.
All right,
it's all good.
I've got us recorded.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hello?
Dean.
Who?
Dean.
There's nobody here by that name.
That would be your name, wouldn't it?
I thought about answering at Johnson's Plumbing Company.
Johnson's Plumbing Company. Hey, Dean, my co-host is on here with us, Jimmy Street. I don't know if you guys have met before.
No, it never.
Jimmy Street.
Hi, Mr. Hill. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm rocking in the free world.
Hey, that's awesome. I noticed, I kind of did a little search on you there, and I noticed you're a bass player, a musician. I'm a musician myself, so that's, birds of a feather, right?
Right. My father's side of the family, my great-grandfather played what they called the saw fiddle, which was like Cajun.
Oh, yeah.
You put the fiddle in the crack of your elbow. And my grandfather played mandolin and guitar. My grandmother played bass guitar. My dad played lead guitar. My uncle played bass and rhythm. My aunt played piano, and I played guitar, bass guitar, and drums.
You got me beat. I don't have that many relatives playing music, but I played a few different instruments. So, yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah, mostly a bass player. Right. Anyway, sorry.
I'm I'll do the open here in just a second and introduce you and everything. Just basically we'll talk about Louisville, USWA. We'll talk about OVW and how you got, into that and ownership and selling it or wherever this conversation leads us, we'll go. It's nothing, just like we're riding down the road bullshit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, here.
You do sound like you cut out just a little bit every once in a while. Is it on my end or your end?
I think it's on his end, unfortunately.
Probably on mine.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Jimmy, the kids are home from school now. My girl's in there cooking, and I can't find a quiet spot. So I came out to my car. So I think it's where I'm like halfway on the Wi-Fi or something.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll do our best.
Is it bad, Jimmy?
It's like right as you say something seemingly important. It's like I was trying to think of a way. Let me see here.
Jimmy, I hear you perfectly.
Yeah, but I'm right by the Wi-Fi box. So, and then I got the microphone and everything. Let me think of something here real quick.
I tell you what.
What's that?
Yeah, I totally lost it.
I said, go hide.
Okay.
Hang on.
It was happening with an interview we had earlier, Dean. We had an interview earlier today, and it was happening. But he didn't have a house full of people there.
Be quiet.
If you want to reschedule this for a time that's better for you or something, I'm happy to try to work it out.
No, we're going to get these because we're about 3 months ahead of schedule. We like doing that so that then we can go a few weeks without having to do one. All right, I'm ready.
We're going to make it happen.
Done recording.
One thing I needed from you, Dean, before we hang up is, can you do an introduction for this episode? What we like to ask is, hey, this is Dean Hill, or however you want to say it, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Sure. Say when.
You're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dean Hill, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Oh, yeah. The dulcet tones.
Hello.
Hey, Steve. It's Warren.
Hey, Warren. You tried to trick me with a different number, huh?
Yeah. The way we do it is he calls me. Jimmy Street, by the way, is on here with us. He's my co-host.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, Mr. Keirn. How are you doing today?
I'm phenomenal.
That's awesome.
But at any rate, man, I'll do the intro here in a second. Introduce you. Yeah. Get right in.
I saw the number coming in, but I mean, I don't get a lot of calls except for close friends. Right. When I get a call that comes up, that I don't know them or is not in the contact, I go, yeah, right. Exactly. I'm not the brightest guy in the world. I end up signing up for some long subscription to something over the phone. So anyway.
Scammers. Yeah.
Yeah. I get that guy that calls me every day, scam somebody. So are we going to go on from here?
Yes. I'm here. Okay. We can edit if anything is said that you're like, I don't really want to talk about that or whatever. Just say so. We'll edit it out. But
well, see, I got only two bosses, God and my wife. So you caught me at a really good time. I'm not under any kind of pressure. So
that's awesome.
You're not going to ask me a question I can't answer unless it's something I didn't see.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
All right, well, I'm going to do the open, and then we'll get rolling here.
Eddie Graham and Mike Graham were responsible for me starting in the state of Florida here. And Mike Graham's daughter, when Mike died, Mike Graham's daughter called me about a year later. Her name is Nicole. And Nicole says to me, Steve, I've got all of this stuff. I've got these magazines. I've got these posters. I got these pictures from.
I think we lost him here.
Yeah, we did.
Hold on. Damn it. All right.
Okay, now you guys hung up on me.
Well, we're on an internet system, so I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I had to go.
Okay.
You guys still there?
Sorry, Steve.
My career started in 1972. And it went through several territories, and it went into the WWF and several characters, and then it went into WCW, and then it went into training and being an agent, and it went into running the developmental and training the talent that's out there. So it was diversified, but it was a long career. And I kind of thought about it, and I said, you know what? And I signed everything. I signed everything I have.
Awesome.
Man.
Damn.
All right. He's calling me on my cell right now.
Please leave your message for.
Okay, here we go.
It's pretty funny.
You're going to put us in the sugar, aren't you, Steve?
Nah, I understand, but it's kind of funny to me because I'm pretty lighthearted, and I'm thinking, here I am just rambling on. Nobody's listening. The phone's dead. There's nobody. I'm not talking to anybody.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with it.
It's not your fault. Don't worry. I'm the easiest person you'll ever deal with. But at the same time, to me, it's funny because I'm going like, I wonder where you stopped.
So
JBL, I didn't work with him in territorial days or whatever. The only time I was around him when I was an agent in the WWE and I was running matches and stuff. But
oh man,
it's got to be on his end, ain't it?
It's got to be, bro. It's got to be. Hey, Steve. Let me call you right back. We the way we record, it goes through a system, and I have to call you back. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. I'm remembering where you're at, so you're good. All right. Got it.
I'm back.
All right. So you were talking about JBL.
Okay. JBL was an example of somebody that I mentioned to him to sign stuff that he had. He wasn't in an early part of my career or territorial days and working in dressing rooms standard, but he was in the WWE when I was an agent, and he had a lot of respect for me, and so we became close friends. And so there's a lot of guys, Ron Simmons, I helped train. I mean, that I've.
Oh man,
dude,
I don't know. I feel bad because it looks like it's us.
Wow.
I don't know. It's not.
I'm here.
I promise I don't know what it is.
I've never done this before.
Yeah.
You know what? This is probably your guys' idea of a rib. Now you're going to really get back. Let's get Steve Keirn. We'll rib him.
Well, we do have an episode called Ribs coming up, but we'll get onto that later.
Okay.
Okay. You were talking about training Ron Simmons. I bet you were.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Wrestling is a work. And when wrestlers don't acknowledge that and capitalize, I mean, some guys like Hulkster. Terry and I grew up and went to high school together. There was like myself, Austin Idol, Mike Graham, Dick Slater, and Terry Bollea. We all went to the same high school, grew up together. And he...
Daggone it.
Daggone.
I had a good run right there. Hold on.
We ain't got much time left.
I know.
Man, I ran it right over again, didn't I?
It's something. And you said, and we knew, you grew up with all of them. You went to high school together, and
you got all the names. Okay, but Terry could be Hulk Hogan his whole career. Yeah. I mean, I was a more average guy. I couldn't just be me. I mean, I could be me when I started because I worked in Angle. My dad being a prisoner of war in Vietnam for 8 years. I could be me when I started in the state of Florida. Then I could be me as the Fabulous Ones. And I could be me as, whatever I wanted to do. But I changed. I was a chameleon, which is a lizard that changes colors. Just lay me on something and I'm going to change colors.
Yeah.
So, and then when the whole thing fell apart with Skinner and the WWF, it was all political. It was Terry was upset. He was wanting to move down, go to WCW, and everybody was jumping ship. And, all of a sudden I'm doing jobs and they got no future. They built these great vignettes around the whole character, and they had a lot of potential with the character, but they didn't pursue it. And it wasn't an insult to me. It was just that, okay, well, that could have been something or it could not have been something.
He's calling me on my cell phone now.
Please leave your message for...
I'll get him back here. Give me just a second.
I know who this is.
It's like, who's these? This 276 number's called me 100 times today. Okay.
It says unknown caller, so I go, I know who this is by now.
Okay, gotcha. So you're getting to the point where you say chameleon and Wolfie, I'm missing. I
don't remember
Can you patch us together?
I can.
What it was is I was just saying that in the transition from going from Chippendale dancer to a homeless alligator poacher, it was all is all in taking care of my family.
Yeah.
When you look back at your career and you go, I've done all this. The only problems you have is it kind of enlightens you on every. I'm back.
It enlightens you.
I don't know what. I'm kind of getting lost. I've lost the train of thought almost to the point where. What was the question and what was I answering?
So you were talking about Doink, and you basically were saying, after that
It was my mistake. Yeah,
right.
It was my mistake.
Thank you so much, Steve. Really appreciate it. Sorry about the connectivity issues.
Yeah, it confused me a little bit. Only reason is I'm not sure where I'm starting and stopping, and then sometimes when I get a question and I start off on the question, I kind of go off on another tangent, and then I come back and I'm not even sure I'm on talking to anybody. So
no, I'll fix all that.
You can piece it together and get something, decent for your show and everything. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So much, man. Thank you, bud.
Take care.
All right. Anytime. God bless. See you.
You too. I got to do a lead out real quick for the show too. So with the we'll do a Spellbinder current affairs later on, or for that show later on. This one's for Steve Keirn. So all right, that leads me into this. All right, that leads me into this. Oh my God. All right, that leads me into this. I can hear it now. The DJ is turning them tables. That is stupid as. Hold on. Hold on, I got it. Give me just a second. All right, that leads me to this. Current Affairs, sponsored by Coach's Corner Sports Grill. DJ, hit the music.
Let's take a quick time out and get a word from one of my dope-ass sponsors, and we'll be right back with more Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Your snacking routine can get a little dull. Time for an Oikos remix. Like a crunchy storm of sea salt praline pretzels, dark chocolate, and butter toffee, showering down into a smooth, creamy yogurt. Enjoy 3 Oikos remix varieties with epic mix-ins and 11 grams of complete protein per 4.5-ounce serving. See remixyogurt.com.
So good, so good, so good. Great gifts for mom? We've got them. And they're up to 60% off at Nordstrom Rack stores now.
You know they have Marc Jacobs?
Gotta show mom some love.
That is so good. Snag amazing deals on Mother's Day gifts from Barefoot Dreams, Kate Spade New York, and more. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Jimmy Street and the Plastic Chic, Jared, are the undisputed tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This team does it all, and all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! Wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yep. So yeah, basically it's recording whenever you want to say it. So
okay. Hey there, this is Steve Keirn from Tampa, Florida, and I'm live and in color with Wolfie D. Stay tuned.
That's perfect. Now, if you could say me one more thing, say
one more thing.
Can you say, and you're listening to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling?
You're listening to what?
And you're listening to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling.
Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and wait a minute. This is an add-on to that, and you're listening, okay?
Yeah, all you have to say is, and you're listening to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Yes, sir.
And you're listening to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling.
Oh, man, that's perfect. Thank you, Mr. Keirn. You're the best.
You're welcome, Jimmy.
Really.
No problem.
I'll get
you say that to everybody.
show...
I've already heard you.
No. I promise. Not this one. Seriously, I just finished up editing your show, producing it. Literally, It is the best show we've had, and I'm not kidding. You were the best guest. You're the funniest.
Wow.
You had the best stories. It was just perfect. So thank you.
Well,
it means the world. So
I appreciate that. I just did a thing for our local Fox station today because it's Military Awareness Month, and they came and did an interview and a kind of little bit of shoot here with me on my dad. Because my dad came home here as a POW. So that was kind of cool. And then 7 o'clock, I'm talking to my author and talking for an hour. So I've gotten where I get confused with him. I say, every time we talk, it's been like a week or so. And in between that, talking to you and talking, again to you, I must tell some of the same stories and same shit to other people on podcasts. And I said, you better get me before I lose my frickin' mind. Anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to read that book.
What's up?
Yes, sir.
Well,
thank you.
I can't wait to get the first one finished.
Yeah, me either.
Tonight I'm starting the series where I'm going to actually going to be drafted by Jerry Jarrett into Tennessee from Atlanta at Omni. Jerry Jarrett found us at the Omni, me and Kevin Sullivan, and he wanted us, and so that's where I'm going. That's this next series, and I'm talking about that angle and working in Georgia the second time around. So, all right, Jimmy. Good luck with it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Take care.
All right, see you.
All right, bye.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Whenever you are.
Okay. Hi, this is Steve Keirn, and you're listening to Live in Color with Jimmy Street and some jabroni named Wolfie D.
He's going to love that.
Awesome. I didn't mean to waste your time, but to me, I like to make people smile, and to me, I think he'll get a good pop out of that.
Yes, he will. He will. Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
That's amazing.
All right, Jim.
All right.
Sorry, didn't mean to take up your time. See ya. All right. Bye.
No, never. Bye.
This is Dale.
Hey, this is Jimmy with the Wolfie D Podcast. Wolfie, you here?
Yep. So am I, man. What's up?
How you doing? Thank you for coming on.
Doing real good. Sure, brother. I told Wolfie, man, we'll do what we can now, and then I'll either call you back or you can call me back, and we'll do it as many times as we need to till we get a full podcast.
Okay. Do you have a limited?
Okay, if that's all right.
Yeah. Do you have a limited time right now?
Right now, yeah, because I got a customer inside waiting for me, so I got about maybe 10, 15 minutes, or maybe by 5 tonight, 5:30, you can call me and we'll do the full hour. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. Wolfie's like my brother, man, so I'll do whatever for him.
Well, do you want to try tomorrow? Would you have a time tomorrow that we could do a full?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, that'll be even easier. The earlier the better, man.
Okay. Wolfie, are you good for that instead? Since we can all out.
But I gotta take Autumn to the DMV to get her license. She's 17 now, and that's like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So you'll be in the DMV about an hour, Wolf?
I don't know, man. I don't know how long it'll take.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I tell you what, Jimmy. You give me a time tomorrow, 11, 12, and I'll make sure I set out 1 hour that I'm not doing nothing except, it's whatever time you want. Because being that Wolfie has a couple of errands to run, I can set my time around anything,
Okay.
If I didn't have these customers now, I'd do it.
You're good, man. You're good, brother.
Hey, Dale.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk for a minute.
Okay. Sure,
Are you good right now? Do you got a customer?
I got a customer inside waiting, but, Wolfie, you want to talk for 10, 15 minutes, ask me what you want, or talk about any situations that me and you've been through, dude? Like I said, we be talking here a month and a half, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of what I'm saying.
Hey,
I'd love to.
Let's talk. Hey,
I mean,
I want to talk about my favorite story, man. Is me, you, Mike Anthony, Midget D, Little Eagle, Jamie,
yeah,
in Mike
the G28 Camaro.
Yeah, the T28 Camaro.
But Wolf, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you back so me and you can go over a few of the things that we were talking about.
Yeah, man.
So thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing this. Can we get one thing out of you before you go, Del?
Absolutely.
We do a thing on the show. It's called an intro. So basically you say, "Hey, this is Del Rios or Spellbinder or however you want to say it," and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Live and in Color with Wolfie D. Let me know when you want me to do it.
You're good. Go for it.
All right. Hey, this is Del Rios, a.k.a. Spellbinder, a.k.a. Fantasio from WWF. You were listening, and I messed it up. What's the name of it again?
Live and in Color with Wolfie D. Just take it from there. You're good. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is Fantasio from WWF. You're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
That's it.
Listening? Okay.
I'm sorry. You're perfect. Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, keep listening or else.
I love it. I'll work that in. That's perfect. You're the best, man.
Is that good?
That's awesome.
If you need me to do anything else, you let me know, brother.
Okay, we will. Thank you very much.
All right, absolutely. It's my pleasure. Wolfie, I love you. Hey, listen, Wolfie, I'll call you here in a couple hours when I'm done at work here, and we'll go over a couple of things. I still got to ask you a few things about about those appearances and stuff.
Okay. All right.
All right, Wolf. I'll call you back here shortly.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, buddy.
Take care.
What?
Hey, man.
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just chilling here in Kentucky.
You've been recording all morning?
No, we did a brief little recording for our current affairs part, but no, we haven't really done anything today. Spellbinder was last week or earlier this week.
No, the Spelly was last week?
Yeah, but it won't air until Monday.
How was that? I'm sure that was good.
Yeah, it was real good, man. It was.
How's Dale doing? He's good?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a few heart attacks and stuff, but I think he's got all
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mostly, I mean, he just kept telling me, man, don't do anabolic steroids, bro.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Hey,
that's what he says now, huh? That's what he says now.
Yeah.
That's what he says now.
I think he's had like 5 of them. I can't remember because he had one, then he, after that, he got back on the gas and started just doing everything the way he was doing it before. Had another one, and then I think he learned after that one.
Jeez.
You got to kill him, man.
Yeah. I had a heart attack, right?
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
You were in Kentucky when that happened, wasn't you?
Well, I was.
Or West Virginia.
I was actually into Tennessee already. We were going. I live in Somerset, Kentucky, and we were going to Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge for the weekend, and it happened on the way.
Yeah, I remembered you were traveling.
Yeah. Hey, but do you know Jimmy Street, my co-host here?
I don't think so.
Cassidy, we met one time at Saw. I think you came to see some people or hang out or something. And cool. I was being a manager there for a little bit. Anyway, I wouldn't expect you to remember me, man. It's cool, but definitely.
That's what happens when you get hit in the head for 27 years. You can't remember nothing.
It's all good, man. I just was looking through some stuff about you, man, and I just feel like I'm really appreciative that you came on, man. We definitely appreciate it. So.
No, man. Hey, thank you guys for having me. I'm glad to see you guys doing so well with the podcast too, man. I've been keeping up with it through Facebook and all, and just watching the topics and stuff, and I'm glad to see it going so well.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Jimmy.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, man. You're great.
Jimmy, you just tell me when.
Yeah, you're ready, brother. Go ahead. So what we need from you, Cassidy, is one thing. Just we do a little thing. It's called an intro on every show, and it says, I'm Cassidy Riley, and you're listening to however you want to say it, but I'm Cassidy Riley, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D. So
You got it.
All right.
Say when.
You're ready, brother.
Hi, I'm Cassidy Riley, and you're listening to Live and in Living Color with my very good friend, Wolfie D.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Thanks, man.
Good? You got it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Good.
No, we're good, man. We're good.
Excellent,
All right,
man. Hey,
brother.
thank you guys so much. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Wolfie. I love you.
Love you too, buddy. Take care.
All right, talk to you soon.
Yeah, come back and see us, man. Thanks, buddy. All right.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Is the background too much?
No, it's okay. I mean, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So you wanna kick it off?
Yeah, I'll do the open, and we'll just go straight to him, and then we'll do the other bullshit next week or something.
Yeah, that's fine. No problem.
Cool.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Yep.
All right, here I go. You ready?
Yeah, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Live and in Color with Wolfie D. And guess who I got? I have got the coolest guest in the world, Duke the Dumpster. Man, what the F is up with you? How you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. It's good to see you. And thank you for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
Man, I'm glad to have you here. Me and him are sitting here at a Comic-Con, and there's a lot of comic stuff going on, and me and him are the only wrestlers here, and they're having, if you can't hear it in the background, they're having okay, listen. Yeah, listen to that. They're having a cosplay, who wins whatever. So it's not me, and I was going to go up there as Wolfie D to see if I could be the best Wolfie D, and he was going to do the best Duke, but I don't think we would have won. Do you?
I was actually going to be Bastion Booger, but yeah. That's
awesome. Hey, this thing, man, is getting so loud up in here we can't hardly talk, but yeah, man.
Okay.
Glad to have Duke here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have you back on. Duke, can you give us one thing? Can you say the intro? Can you have him do the intro for us?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Hey, just do hey, this is Duke the Dumpster, and you're listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
This is Duke the Dumpster Drosy, and you are listening to Live and in Color with Wolfie D.
Hey, man, thanks.
One time, briefly at Joseph's wedding, I was running late. I think I was kind of holding it up and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that was the only time we met, man. But anyway, hello, and thank you for coming on.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. So just to kind of describe what we did, I know you said it was cool. I wanted to get your blessing and the family's blessing on it. So we found this really cool so let me just start at the beginning. From the beginning of this podcast a year ago, we have planned on doing a Jocephus episode. So we just kind of wanted to figure out the right way to do it, the best and most honorable way to do it. And so by luck, I was on YouTube and I just typed in Wolfie D Jocephus to see what would come up. And there was an interview.
Yeah, he did a documentary.
Right.
I remember that. About
and these are some. Yeah, and these was some outtakes. And dude, I mean, we listened to it yesterday and Wolfie reacted to it as we listened, and it was like a kick in the gut. It was just like he was right there with us, and
yeah.
I don't even want to try to compare being a friend of his, comparing it to a family member's pain and, feelings. But at the same time, it was just so heavy, wasn't it, Wolfie?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because I had only seen the documentary version. And this was, in the documentary, he was only on there for a few minutes. And then this thing was like 15 minutes long. So this was the whole interview that I set up for him and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so the whole idea was we did that little segment, and obviously I wanted your blessing to be able to replay that. Now, I know you don't own the rights to the video, but what I meant was actually having his voice on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, yeah. Of course, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's great to include that.
Okay, cool. And it just fit perfectly. And then obviously you're kind of the cherry on top is, having you on the show. So really, again,
man.
we thank you.
Saying that.
Absolutely. So we just do this like a conversation. Basically, Wolfie brings us in with his intro, and then we'll start talking, man, if you're ready to go.
Did I not do the intro already, though? Did we?
You did, but just intro Seth is all you need to do. This is Seth. You don't have to do the show intro.
Okay. And cool. Seth, it is Hudson, right? Your last name?
Yes, it's Hudson.
That's what I thought. I just want to make sure, family stuff is awkward sometimes.
Right.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Thanks, Seth. You're the best, man.
Thanks so much for having me, guys. I really appreciate you doing this.
Yeah. Pleasure. Take care, bud. Talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, bud. Hey, and guess what, man? I don't think I told you this. When I talked to Sin, did I tell you he's on the Flare thing?
Is he? Well, good.
Yeah. Me and him, it was funny because we were talking about, the show and all that stuff and everything I told you about yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were both kind of kayfabing each other. It's like the end of the conversation. And, oh, yeah, so I got this deal. Oh, yeah, I'm in this battle royal. Me too. So it was funny.
Well, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah.
That makes me, fuck, man, that makes me want to do Slash, but they want me to do Wolfie D.
Well, dude, we need to figure out Slashy D.
Said that's what Sin said. He was like, man, you need to do like a half and half, like split your outfit up or some shit, do something weird like that. That would be kind of cool, but I don't know.
Well, dude, just wear the Slash gear, which I personally just say your look now looks better in the Slash gear. What I mean, it's like baggy shorts and that stuff's more young people.
But that's what Road Dogg was saying, like for the throwback.
They love it. Dude, there's nothing wrong with it. But what I mean is, you brought up
half shorts, tennis shoe, boot, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like
I do. But what I was thinking is wear the Slash gear with the hubcap and like, I don't know, something. And now a word from our sponsor.
Are you a pro wrestling fan? Well, stop by Captain's Corner, where you can get autographed photos, cards, magazines, and figures from all of your favorite wrestling superstars of the past, present, and future. You'll also be able to participate in live signings in the weeks and months to come. Make sure to stop by Captain's Corner on Facebook and give us a holler. Remember, cheers to the working man.
You doing all right today?
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Obviously, we can probably talk for hours on this, but we're going to try to keep it to 45 to an hour and just talk about certain things. I don't want to go, I'm not, we're not going to talk about nothing stupid, nothing to try to bury nobody. But I don't want to also go back into, okay, how did Randy Hales get into wrestling? I really want to talk about a lot of the stuff where you gave us our push and that time period and then Jimmy wants to talk about Power Pro with you too, so mainly stuff like that. If we throw a road story in there and get the laugh, that's fun too, you know what I mean? So just very casual.
Yeah, Randy, I got two questions. So one of them, I'm going to have you say something here in just a second. The other thing is would you mind doing a little current affair? We have a segment at the end of every show called Current Affairs where Wolfie D, I basically spring new current product stuff on Wolfie to see his reaction. Would you mind joining us with that a little bit?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of current stuff, but I do some. Yeah.
Even better. Even better.
So that's why he likes doing that to me.
Yeah, that's the best I could hear you say. So, but my first question is, do you mind to just say this because I'm going to record you for our intro? So just so you know, this is a huge show for us. We've made it 1 year. This is our 1 year anniversary episode or 1 year birthday episode. So would you mind to say this is Randy Hales, and you're listening to Live and in Color, and we'll use that as an intro for the show.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
You're ready, bud. Anytime.
Hey, everybody. This is Randy Hales, Memphis Wrestling, and you are listening to Live and in Color with Sir Wolfie D.
Oh, that was awesome. The best one yet.
Sir on it, yeah.
Yeah, Sir Wolfie. We get that a lot. People will put that in messages. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. Anytime. Okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Wolf, we'll go.
Okay.
But I'm telling you that rock and roll was not the money team. The Fabulous Ones were. The money team in this era of the USWA was PG-13. And again, it made me look brilliant. I just knew it would work, and they did. Neither one of them let me down, and they came through every time.
Hey, check this out. I'm going to bring this up. We're about to talk about two of our friends real quick, because I think you've heard of this. And if you don't want to talk about it, we'll edit it out. But did one of our friends, one of our very good friends, tell you that Ricky said that them putting us over killed Memphis? Have you heard this?
I told you that.
Okay. I thought Doug told me. But anyway, yeah.
No, I told you that Doug told me.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So, do you think he's
so really... go ahead. Let's time out. Let's slow down. So and we'll just go ahead and say names that I was told that Rick Morton said what killed Memphis, Tennessee was Randy Hales putting PG-13.
Uh-oh. Hello?
I'm still here.
Did we lose?
I think we did.
Damn.
All right, hold on. Dude, it's pouring down at my house right now, so I hope I don't lose anything, but let me...
Parking lot, and my phone got overheated and shut down.
Oh, damn.
Yes. So far, where are we going to pick up?
So you were saying, basically, you brought up the Ricky saying, and you said Rick Morton said, and it was kind of a clean cut. So,
yeah.
So are you just going to jump in with your opinion of it? Is that where we're going to pick up, or do you want me to?
I want you to, here, Jimmy, what part do you want us to start at? Me talking?
I think because he was about to explain what Ricky said, basically.
Okay, yeah. Just explain what Doug told you. Start there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has to know Ricky. Ricky is Ricky, and Doug tells me we have to know Doug too. Doug knows what can stir me up. This stirred me up because for Ricky Morton to say that what killed the Memphis territory is because Randy Hales had the rock and roll put over the PG put over, or rock and roll put over PG. See, I'm getting so excited and fired up about this. I'm stuttering and stammering, and I'm excited. He's saying that Ricky Morton said we killed the territory because they had to put over PG-13. It's a bunch of bull. It was the best business. That program was absolutely the best business had done in the Memphis territory in years. And you can throw the Jeff Jarrett in there. You can go Jerry Lawler in it. The main events in that era did the best business in absolutely years. But I 100% see Ricky believing that or saying that. I don't see him believing it. I see him saying that. And I see Doug just getting me fired up. I'm just getting the promo now. My blood pressure, I got to stop and take my medicine, man.
Well, Doug told me, he said, because we're supposed to see, all of us should be together, I think, on September the 11th. I think there's something in the works in Memphis. But so he said, when we see each other, I'm going to put Ricky in front of you, and I'm going to tell him to tell you. So we'll see how that goes. That'll be funny.
Yes.
That'll be funny. Just
can you record that somehow?
Well,
that'll be a special podcast. It'll be rated double R or some kind of thing. That's funny. And you know, I got that with you guys. I got it a lot, but it came to a point probably in the middle of the Rich Gilbert program. I didn't get that anymore. Okay. What I want to do, Wolfie, is put together a PG-13 show, and I don't know, you're a busy man, all that sort of thing, and busy with your life, and you've been on my show before. I'd like for you to be on my show Tuesday night, and we can do just that.
we can.
Okay.
We can
on the Tuesday before it drops on ours.
No, this would be the 26th. He's talking about.
Let me look at my calendar real quick. This is the 13th today. So yeah, we can either do it this Tuesday, the 19th, or we can do it the 26th. Either week is fine with me.
And Jimmy, when will this air?
It's going to be the 25th. Our show dropped initially on the 26th, and so the closest to the original date was the 25th. Yeah. So yeah.
So Randy, would you prefer I do it on the 19th or the 26th? I don't care.
I don't care either. I mean,
I guess it just depends on if you want it to be before you come on my show or after.
Well, why don't we do it before? Because I have a pretty good audience myself, and we can. It'll be. Let's tell me one more time, folks. They may edit this out. We're doing.
We will edit all this.
Yeah, we're talking business.
We're doing
the 25th. The 25th of July, you will be on my show at noon.
So if we do it the 19th, then I can. Tuesday the 19th, then I can plug the appearance.
Yeah.
I think it's best because we won't tell any of these stories. I think this is unique that we've told a lot of stories that at least I've never told before.
Yeah.
So I think it will benefit your show more, and then folks that watch your show can go back and look at my archives. But I think that's best. So we can get back, I guess, to wrap up or whatever you want to do here.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that for us, Randy. That means a lot.
It'd be great.
Yeah,
if you want to make an appearance, we'll put you on there. Hey, Jimmy,
just let me know.
You on there too.
All right, man. Just let me know. Yeah, let me know. All right. I love it. Let me know.
Jimmy, you still got current affairs, or are we wrapping up?
No, that was it. We're done. Yeah. So
you want me to do the close real quick?
Well, let me just say this. So again, that wraps up our current affairs for today. Thank you so much for being a part of the team here today with us, Randy. Obviously, you have an open door to come back at any time. So thank you so much for that. Wolfie, if you want to take us out, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man. And I'm eating again as I take us out, because I'm fixing.
That's not very professional.
I'm fixing to cook up something really good to eat, because I done worked out once today. I'm going to go again, but I haven't really eaten much, so I'm starving to death. So anyway, folks, thank you for listening to this 1-year birthday of Live and in Color with Wolfie D. We thank Randy Hales so much for being on today. We could go for hours with this stuff, and like we said, he's got an open door to come back and we can talk some more. And I'll probably go on his show very soon, so keep a listen out for that. For Wolfie D, Jimmy Screet, and Randy Hales, this is Wolfie D saying so long.
Still live and in color on the Wolfie D. We got a cap for your zone.
Hi, this is Mike Needham, host of the Reckless Abandon Podcast with Mike Needham. We invite you to jump on your favorite podcast platform and search for the Reckless Abandon Podcast and give us a listen. I'm sometimes joined by a part-time podcaster, part-time co-host, and full-time wife, Tiffany Nicole. We talk wrestling, we talk pop culture, we talk local events, local happenings in West Tennessee, and a ton of other stuff. But be sure to check out the Reckless Abandon Podcast. Find us on Facebook. Also, look up the Microgroup Podcasting family on Facebook and see some of our other podcasts we have out there. Until next time, make good choices, and always remember, no dollar, no dice.
That's right, it's the talk of Middle Tennessee, the channel you love to hate and the channel you hate to love. It's Brian Turner from Brian Turner's VHS Rehab. And if you're looking for matches from Wolfie D to Jerry Lawler to Dusty Rhodes and the team that put a pimp before your eyes and a goatee between your thighs, Booty Call and Athena, go to lostwrestling.com. See, I made it easy for you. Brian Turner's VHS Rehab. Booyah.
So that was another great episode. Hey, Wolfie, tell them where they can find you on social media.
Jimmy, they can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. I'm just kidding. They can find me on Facebook. My personal page is Warren Wolf, WOLFE. I'm on Instagram at WarrenWolf13.
You can always find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Live Wolfie D. Here's the thing. Wolfie always has offers for his autographed photos. He has a selection of some awesome photos from throughout his career that he will autograph and personalize any way that you want him to. Just contact him either directly at his personal Facebook page or through any one of our other pages, and we'll make sure you get in contact directly with Wolfie. Get those photos, right, Wolfie?
Yeah, I've got some good stuff on there, to help with the podcast.
Folks, if you can't get out to a show to meet Wolfie D, there's nothing like that, especially for the fans of PG-13 and Wolfie D. And before we go, you can always find me, your host, Jimmy Street, at James Rock Street on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
And hey, Jimmy, before we go real quick, I just want to add in there, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate, first of all, the work you've done for this podcast. You have worked your butt off. Secondly, the people that are liking the page. Beyond that, even more, is the people that are listening, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and remember, guys, the podcast drops a new episode every Monday at noon, and our past episodes are streaming now on demand on all major podcast formats. Thanks again.
Yeah. PG-13 Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2024. Give it up. Spaceman Jones with the beat. Here we go. The 90s was ours, and we did it with pride. 15-time tag champs, what a hell of a ride. Rock and roll couldn't beat us. No Tommy and Doug. Knox Mother's dirty white boy who called themselves thugs. T is for terrible. H is for hell. Ha! PG both been locked up in county jail. The kid was real, and we were immature punks. Buddy Wayne couldn't stand us because we didn't wear trunks. We did it our way. In and out of the ring, bought a real rap swagger to the Memphis thing. You can hate it, you can love it, we just did our thing. Still true to the game, now we Hall of Fame. PG-13, put respect on our name. Yeah.
This has been a James Rock Street production.